Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was supposed to stream this yesterday, but life, work gets in the way sometimes. So I had to move it towards today. And right now, I was just finishing some stuff, and then nature call, and I was like, shit. Anyways, I know this topic is not Call of Duty and anything, but it actually catch my eye when I was listening to an army stream, about how they're gonna get ready and everything with allies, and I was actually surprised about how they're taking this approach. I know that they cannot reveal a lot of information, but it actually made me question. No, it actually made me question. Uh, where will the next world war be fought, and who's it gonna be against? Because everybody is saying, oh, well, it's going to be against China or North Korea, or a few years back it was Iran, uh, or the typical one, Russia. I'm thinking, um, I think it's going to be everywhere. It's not going to be in a specific location. What do I mean with this? Um, if we go back to the Cold War, you know, it was there was some stuff that was very concerning, even to the American government. Not so much with the Soviets, but it actually reveals some kind of possibility that it's going to be, and that's sleeper agents. You grab people down the street or your average guys. We even saw it in Cold War last season. The numbers program. Um, that even though they're not programmed, it's just they hear the radio program through their ears, and it's like it's they got them triggered, and then from there, they act on the orders that you're given, and then we saw it in season 6 in the intro. Mason giving the anti-dog of the numbers program to Adler, and Adler's like, "Oh shit, what have I done?" It's like he's conscious now. He's back to himself, and he realizes, "Oh shit, I done this." Or sometimes it's like you black out, but you just are focused on certain moments that you did, but you can't remember that well, and it's that kind of stuff. Um, so I think the next World War is going to be fought everywhere. It's like, and it's not going to be specific countries, like United States versus Russia, or Russia, China versus U.S. and everybody else. It could be more so, three: Russia, China, and North Korea. Iran, I'm not sure, because all the other Middle Eastern countries can just go at it against Iran, because it's more so of reminiscent of what happened during World War One, and even before World War One. There were tribal communities, and they were forced to create countries instead of living in tribes. So I think they're gonna leave that spot. Like, if Iran wants to go to war against the world, it's like the Allies can say, "All right, Middle Eastern countries, you can go against Iran all by yourself," and they're gonna take it over if that's the case, because they're gonna be focusing on Russia, China, and North Korea if they are the ones to actually do the damage on it. In any case, so yeah, enemies could be those three, but I think it's more so it's gonna be one of those. I think World War Three could be more so a proxy private military war. What do I mean by this? This is the thing that I was actually, okay with the concept in Advanced Warfare. You could say Call of Duty is bringing me on those ideas, but it's more so Call of Duty taking ideas from the real world and actually making fictitious video games. World War III could be fought amongst private companies, and those private companies actually have their own military. And instead of countries, it's more so their areas, like the North America area, that it's composed by three countries, United States, Canada, and Mexico. And you have the Central America area, those countries, and dividing all of that, even sea territories amongst private companies and have their own uh, private proxy war. Not only armed, but more so like advertisement and everything. You could say that we're in that reality, looking at how we are acting social culturally. Because if you ask a person, what's your favorite soda? It's either Coke or some variation of the Coke, Sprite and all of that. You got and the other one is like pet. Oh, if you like Pepsi and their derivatives. For me, it's like um, I could say Mountain Dew, but really think it's Mountain Dew and Sprite, and that's it. But they're two different companies, so I have to show loyalty to one if they're forcing me to. But nobody's being forced, and they're diehard core fans on that. Um, so yeah, in that case, in that sense, you can say, oh well, we're in the World War III certain type, because it's branding versus brand. Um, but many people think it's going to be countries. So if we're going for countries, I think we have the three that are right now antagonists on the world in the sense of way. You can add two more, Cuba, Venezuela, on the type of how their regimes have treated their own people that they can join, and then it's going to be the rest of well, in a certain way, it's the rest of the world, but it's more so primarily United States, Canada, uh, England, Germany, France, and I think that will be it because Spain wouldn't join. It has its own issues. Italy is, although I have respect for their military, but they don't have enough firepower to actually withstand, you know, an invasion. And if they have, it's going to be like a brief time, and then they need reinforcements from the Allies because I don't know. Well, I don't know how how it is going to withstand by itself. That's the thing. Anyhow, going back to it, if it's that scenario, that's going to be the rest of the world is going to be almost like neutral because they don't want to be in this conflict because it's uh, the first the first worlds going against each other, for power dominance on it. But I think at this point it's more so going to be private companies, taking over, private military companies. There was this um in the if you guys remember in the early 2010s there was this fear because Blackwater, the most powerful private military company, was getting too powerful for any army in the world, even the US, in regards of, even though they have less soldiers, but the amount of technology that they were developing was so far on that it was a growing fear. Um, that's why Sledgehammers took the opportunity to actually say, hey, if there's going to be more private military companies on behalf of private companies in certain areas of the Middle East, what does it say about, uh, future wars? Is it going to be countries against countries, or is it going to be private militaries against other private militaries? and it could reach that point. It could reach the point that it could be Blackwater versus G4S. The most big uh, private security ever, and they could go at it in a proxy war type around the world. Yeah, around the world, and you don't even know if whose side they're on because they can use tags of the police or the military because they have that money, to actually disguise themselves as it. Could it happen? It could. Have they done it? We don't know. Are they going to do it? It's on the realm of possibility, but so far they haven't made it official or brought it into the light. I think the real question would be if it benefits them, because I don't think it's going to benefit unless I don't know. I mean, let's put it in a realistic way. If Blackwater wants, Blackwater can take Cuba and be a like private military taking over Cuba, destroying the regime over there, and making a country over there. And it could have a good economic relationship with the U.S., Mexico, Canada, even the Caribbean countries. Uh, Obviously, it's going to be like sort of a military occupation of a private company, but on the other hand, it's like, well, at least they're going to boom economically. They're not going to go against the population because, but the thing is, the population would consider them invaders and lose sense of the oppression that they had with the old regime. So, I just pitched an idea to Blackwater. Sorry for that, but it's just an idea that I thought, a scenario that could possibly happen. I mean, it could happen, but we don't know. Plus, it involves also legalities about the UN, but has the UN sanctions have stopped Russia even before when it was the USSR, the Soviet Union? Because it feels like not, oh, sanction this, sanction that. Yeah, but they keep progressing in a military fashion. It's just now they're doing what capitalists in the US and allied countries are doing, all the military advancements that giving it to civilians in a pacey way, as they should have done if they wanted to compete, but that would involve capitalism and their socialism communist program, so it wouldn't work. Um, so yeah, where's it going to be fought? I think it's going to be everywhere. No country is going to be safe, even though it will be neutral. Private military companies are going to be, I don't know, like abundant. There's going to be, how to put it, um, there's going to be a lot of factions. If the whole world falls into a global war, like no country is safe of conflict, even though it would be like proxy type, there's going to be factions about everything. So there's not going to be like um, left and right and modern and moderate, in the middle. There's going to be a lot of in between, and a lot of those in between are going to have. I think the best explanation that I can actually have about it would be Fallout New Vegas. A lot of different factions. There's ideals that they have right, but some of those ideals stall advancement or stall social cultural integration or management or everything. So I think that's going to devolve into that. I think that's one of the things that actually Fallout New Vegas did really good, and I actually think it's like, yeah, very, very, very good in that dilemma. Um, that's after a nuclear fallout. Anyways, so yeah, we don't know. We assume it's going to be those three countries against the rest of the world. Who would win? Hmm, it depends. If we're talking strictly military, it's going to be the Allies. But if we involve a whole lot, it could go either way because most of the Allied countries, because they have freedom of speech and freedom of thought, sometimes it's just easy to persuade the people that you're fighting the population of the country you're fighting against in order for them to stop this senseless war. But it's more so an idealistic. So it's going to come down to it's going to come down like in Vietnam, how the the press, how influencers more so, like YouTube, TikTokers, celebrities actually take this war into their own thoughts, and if they are swayed uh towards the enemy, then the war is already lost in a sense of way. Hi neighbor, how are you? um so it's gonna come down like in Vietnam, if the population is if it's 50-50, allies are gonna lose, you know and going against the war. Oh, you want to see it? Yeah, it was really good. It has some, it's plot holes because it's James Bond movie, but overall good. Um, so yeah, it's gonna come down to that. Um, if you have the majority of the population of the Allied population going forth against Russia, China, and North Korea, then the war will be won by the Allies, regardless of military power and technology and strategies. But if it comes 50-50, rest assured that that one's going to be dicey. And if it comes down to scorched earth, yeah, then the Fallout universe, it's pretty much, well, in any case, I know it's not a Call of Duty topic, but hey, at least we know where Call of Duty was going, and it's in a sense of way going. We still got to see what Modern Warfare 2 Roman numeral has in store for us, because they're saying that it's going to take parts in South America. How are they going to actually showcase that? I'm thinking that they're going to take notes from the this TV show of Tom Clancy. It's not Jack Reacher. It's oh well. So actually, this topic is like somewhat related to the one that I'm writing. The Ghost rewrite. Um, in a sense of way, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be like private companies. You can actually say that it could be private companies against countries to actually, the next World War III. But because Blackwater is more so, uh, they could say the highest bidder, but it's more so than like Blackwater's just there. Even though I gave them an idea, but I don't know. So, anyways, I hope you like it. Tomorrow there's not gonna be a stream. I'm still dealing with this thing in work, so don't worry. It's gonna be regular again. Um, One of the things actually that I wanted to talk about And the Call of Duty thing, I talked yesterday that I'm disappointed of Vanguard. It's more so that this anti cheat. I'm interested. They're talking it. I know they cannot show all the information. My only concern is the integration towards Warzone, Cold War, and Modern Warfare, especially Warzone Modern Warfare. Let's just hope it's good. Um, it looks like the competition is going to be more so for this year's Call of Duty. I think it's going to be Halo and Call of Duty because some of the things that Battlefield 2042 is experiencing in its beta and everybody was pointing out is that it doesn't look good because it looks like Battlefield 4. And even though they fixed some of the things in Battlefield 4, it still had some issues. And in this day and age, with how quickly people move from games, if they don't fix it quickly, then the whole thing is going to flock towards Halo Infinite and Call of Duty Vanguard. And if the anti cheat works, everybody is going to go back to Warzone. They don't care if Vanguard sucks, if they hate Cold War or Modern Warfare, they're going to Warzone. And Warzone, I think what it needs more, it's more game modes. That 50-50 was good that Raven put, so that should be just standard there instead of just rotation. And hey, anyways, next week we are going to see. I'm not a huge zombies guy, so I can't speak about the new zombies trailer, even though I watched it. It's more so like I understand where they're going. It's Treyarch. Um, but I think what I'm going to talk next Monday, it's going to be a sad reality that I just found out. And one of the rifles that I hold dear of Call of Duty that I even like in real life, it's gonna have to wait because the brand that produces it just stop it, and I'm very disappointed. But we'll talk about it on another day because if there's one thing Call of Duty has done is that it has created new gun owners um, because of favorite weapons, but more so because they want to hold it, they want to shoot their favorite gun in real life, and more so they know the responsibilities of gun ownerships and everything. Protecting the people and themselves. So we're gonna discuss that Monday because I need to read and I need to establish a line of communication. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy. Neighbor, you still there? Uh, we'll talk about this, and it's also related towards the ghost rewrite that I'm making. I'm not sure how Shin is gonna take it, but anyways, um, like, subscribe, share it, leave a comment. Your opinions. Where's the next World War gonna happen? Which countries? You know. Anyways, I'll see you Monday, 2 p.m. Central Time. So, until next time, stay safe, take care of yourself and loved ones. All right.